Kirinyaga Senator Charles Kibiru in the Star of September 13 captured the economic meltdown Kenya is facing courtesy of prolonged electioneering quite succinctly, for which I must commend him. For the first time ever, Kenya will have a repeated presidential election on October 17, after the Supreme Court annulled the re-election of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Lamenting how this unprecedented ruling has injured the economy, Kibiru blamed months-long and heightened political activity for the prevailing anxiety and sluggish economy. But politics, in itself, is not a bad thing. The only problem with Kenyaga circumflex Euro's version of politicking is the rowdiness and inter-ethnic polarization it causes. It seems that instead of selling policy and ideas, the opposition is hell-bent on painting the ruling party in the ugliest of colors. Talk of giving a dog a bad name and killing it true to form, this is the isolationist kind of politics being perpetrated by the National Super Alliance. In a bid to make people believe the current government has failed in accelerating economic growth, NASA is on overdrive ensuring that little, if any, meaningful economic activity is going on. Otherwise, how would you explain the wild allegations NASA leaders keep on making against legitimate institutions on a daily basis? It is laughable that recently the ALLIA and CEA circumflex Euro's leaders launched a pay bail number to raise funds for the repeated poll after having asked Kenyans to stay at home following the announcement of the presidential results. It shows a clear lack of forethought about the effects of their actions in their unbridled search for power. It is like shooting oneself in the foot, forgetting that you have significant business interests that will suffer from a scorched earth policy. NASA leaders would like the world to believe that the Jubilee government has marginalized certain communities to the advantage of the LATTER's circumflex Euro's supporters. But the same leaders have previously used this marginalization narrative to disastrous effects. We all remember what happened during the period preceding and the aftermath of the December 27, 2007 general election. The 40 against Stone narrative created a powder keg that blew up in our faces in post-election violence that nearly defaced Kenya as we have always known it. The economy slumped in 2008 as tourism, one of the biggest foreign exchange earners, got a thorough beating following travel advisories that discouraged world visitors from overseas. The ripple effects of this needless standoff affected other sectors such as transport and agriculture, but the perpetrators could care less. We are back to the same game, same attitude. What NASA leaders willfully forget is that we are all in the same boat. When consumer prices spiral, no one is spared. There are no supermarkets for different political parties or communities. Therefore, rocking the boat is a foolhardy strategy that will achieve the exact opposite of what the economic saboteurs intend to achieve. Indeed, the foregoing is one of the major reasons why there is an exodus of members of the opposition to Jubilee. Every day we are waking up to new surprises as former die-hard oppositionists choose not to be part of a history that will be judged harshly for making life very expensive for the majority of Kenyans. The DEFECTORS circumflex Euro's express message is that they have discovered the selfish interests and heartless ambition of opposition chiefs. Their change of heart shows they have confidence in JUPILEA circumflex Euro's leadership and believe that the September 1 ruling was an abortion of justice for the majority who voted for the incumbent. The opposition, however, is ready to sacrifice PEOPLEA circumflex Euro's livelihoods to grab power. Ultimately, we must rethink the structure and mechanics of our political economy, given the poison chalice our politics conveys to our economy. Kenya cannot afford to embrace an economic cycle that is sabotaged during elections and restarted thereafter. The loss of momentum in between is ill-informed and extremely selfish. The wicked CMS conspiracy twining politics and economics during electioneering periods that some of our politicians serially invoke to frustrate social progress is morally indefensible. Les Uda is the MP for Samburu West.